Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, and if this is your first time seeing me, I hope you don't make it your last. So as you can tell from the title of the video, today I'm hitting my glutes and my hamstrings. So I'm going to be doing a couple of exercises that's going to target my glutes and my hamstrings. So the first one that we have is the hip thrust, and for the hip thrust, basically it's a compound movement. So I like to start with that first. The hip thrust basically will target my glutes, but also a bit of my hamstrings in the motion, just because the hamstrings is also like a secondary muscle. The hamstrings and the quads are like secondary muscles, but primarily you should be feeling the exercise in your glutes, which is why it's targeted the king of glutes exercises. So I always like to start with the hip thrust, and then after the hip thrust, I'm going to go in to do an RDL, because an RDL is also kind of like a compound exercise, because it involves your core, your glutes. Yeah, so that's basically all of the exercises we're doing. I'm going to do all the exercises, and I'm going to put the names on the screen so you can follow along anytime that you're interested in doing the glutes and hamstring exercises. So I'm going to see you guys at the end of this video. Bye. Alright guys, so the second exercise I have is the RDL, which again focuses on the glutes, just like the title of the video suggests. The major exercise here is the glutes, and I'm using a barbell for this exercise just because I feel like it's more comfortable for me using a barbell. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying barbell. So I'm doing my RDLs with dumbbells. I feel like it's easier for me to have control of the exercise that way than when I do it with a barbell. I don't know if any of you has had this challenge in the past. So yeah, basic things you want to know with RDL is just want to hinge your hips. It's a hip hinging movement. So you just want to have a mental cue that you're pushing your glutes out into the corner of the room, so to speak, or you're using your hips to open a door. I feel like when you have that mental cue, it's much easier for you to perform the exercises. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop talking. Alright guys, so that was the RDL, and I'm done with the RDLs. The next one that I'm going to be doing is a sumo squat. I particularly like the sumo squat because first thing, it's not hard to set up. I find that it's much more enjoyable for me because it also like really targets my glutes. So let's go. Okay, so a couple of things you want to note when you're doing a sumo squat. I like to particularly take a wide stance. I mean, it's called the sumo squat for a reason. And then I like to have my toes pointing outwards, right? And then I try to do like a test run, so to speak, and see if I can sit into a squat while also like hinging my upper body forward. So that's the motion that we're going for. So I'm gonna start. So it's now time for me to do the cable step ups, and I like to remove my shoe. I don't know, like I feel like I see many people do this exercise and they're wearing their shoe and stepping on the bench, but something in me just feels like it's wrong. So I'm going to remove my shoe because I just feel like other people are sitting on this bench. I shouldn't be putting my shoe on the bench. After stepping on the dirty streets of Nigeria, I don't think I should be doing that. So I'm being considerate of the hygiene of other people. So this is like a newly introduced exercise into my regime. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm still trying to get the hang of it.
Perfect. Perfect.
So this is the hamstring curls, and oh my god, I can feel the burn in my car. That was so intense.
All right, and that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching till this point. So this is the end of the video, and in this video we basically looked at all the exercises, or we basically covered some exercises that will target our glutes, majorly our glutes, and a little bit of our hamstrings. Please do let me know if you enjoyed this vlog, and if you'd like to see more fitness content, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.